So this one is actually unreleased. So you're gonna get a little exclusive.
Oh, exclusive.
The Lord kind of rebuked me and gave me a bar in the same. And it never leaves my mind. I don't think nothing ever is, if I'm honest with you. I don't think we're ever completely done doing a thing. I don't think we're going to be done doing a thing until Jesus come back. I've been working since I was 14, 17. I had joined the army and had 2 other jobs. Like even growing up, like high school dues and all this stuff. I paid my own dues. I took myself to prom. I won prom queen, did my campaign by myself.
This is King Size, a.k.a. Slim Sizzle. Welcome to the What It Is, What It Bees Like radio show. You are tuned in to the What It Is, What It Bees Like radio show. It's your main man, King Size, a.k.a. Slim Sizzle, back in the back of the building. And I'm excited. I know this came across my desk, an opportunity for me to talk to some amazing artists, anointed ministers that were a part of the summer playlist for Reach Records. And I'm real amped about this one because I'm an MC dude, like I'm hip hop all day, but then there gonna be times where you want to sing a little bit and you gonna want to bop with it a little bit. And this song came across and I've been playing it weekly, like almost every other day, and I just stopped because this song was perfect, not just for the summer, but I think in the season that many of us may be in. The song called You Say, of course, Lee Vassy and Queen Lee. I had the honor of speaking with Queen Lee. Queen, what it is and what it bees like with you.
What's poppin'? I'm so excited for this interview today.
Indeed. Listen, it's so much I want to cover with you. I'm excited because it's such a refreshing season in CHH because I'm one of the OGs. I'm Unc. I mean, you can tell by the grades, I'm at that point in my life where I've seen a lot of things happen, a lot of shifts, and I like where we are. And to see and hear the energy, feel what's going on. How do you feel being a part of that?
Yeah, it's so crazy. Me, Portia, and Anika, we was just talking about this last week on our radio show, Fresh Leftovers, and we were saying how this is the era for Christian hip hop, like especially women. Okay, I'm a little biased.
Talk your talk
for women, but no, it is truly incredible. I remember when I just gave my life to Christ in 2017, and I remember when I first gave my life to Christ, I was like, man, I do not want to worship all the time. Like, is this something else we can listen to? Because I'm from Atlanta, and I grew up with all the OGs and stuff like that from the hood. And I'm just like, I don't always want to listen to worship music. Like, something got to get me off this trap music. And so running across Christian hip-hop was one of the greatest things. But to hear it where it is right now has been absolutely amazing to just be a part of. So, yeah, I'm excited to, because I didn't even know that I was going to be doing it. So I'm excited to even just be a part of it.
Listen. Now it's funny because now I know that's what introduced, not necessarily introduced, but I know that's what kind of got this ball rolling as far as me interviewing you. But I was so like caught up in a bunch of different things, and it was some things that you said over time that I thought was absolutely. I said, okay, I got to ask more about this. Now, Barbie Meets Christ. It's such a bold title. What inspired the contrast of glam and the gospel in that track?
Okay, so. We gonna be raw. Okay, we gonna be honest.
Let's go.
The Barbie movie was coming out, and I saw it was a wave, and I rode it. Okay. But also growing up, I consider myself a Barb. Like I was a Nicki fan. Like I was a Barb through and through. And so I was like, well, this Barb met Christ. So this is the era that we're going into right now. And so I was like, okay. Instead of the regular, Barbie song that the little girls are listening to right now, how about we make that for Christ? And so that's what inspired the era that was going on as far as the Barbie movie coming out. And then me knowing that I used to consider myself a Barb growing up and stuff like that was just like coming up with the concept of this Barb actually met Christ and wanting, my younger self to have had, a leader or someone to be pushing a different type of agenda than what we were listening to at the time. And so... now my goddaughter, she's 5. She just turned 5, and she's just singing Barbie Meets Christ. I'm gonna give you a fun fact. Okay. Fun fact is, I don't want to say hate. I just strongly dislike that song. It's so funny because it's one of, so it used to be one of my most streamed songs until Big G came out. But Barbie Meets Christ got me like a lot. Like it hit like 1 million streams on Instagram alone. Like just the post alone. And but it's crazy because there was a lot of controversy in the comments. There was a lot of Christians in the comments. This is not God. This is like it's so great. It's like in this industry, you could never be God enough. Okay, it's like it's so crazy. Anyway, but yeah, so that's what inspired Barbie Meets Christ. I think the reason why I just don't fully enjoy that song. I love the bars. I love, how I came in on the song. I'm a rapper. That's what I love to do. But I'm not a singer. And I think that little singing part, it always throw me off. Every time I hear, I'm a holy, I turn it off.
I got you.
But people love it, so hey.
Okay. Now, how do you balance the trap heavy vibe of your music with deep spiritual messages? Like, do you ever feel like you're walking a creative tightrope?
Yeah. So first thing first, I don't create a song without the Holy Spirit. I just will not do a thing without the Holy Spirit. So it's times where the Holy Spirit is waking me up with music, waking me up with lyrics. Sometimes I'll just hear a verse, or I'll just hear, it's so crazy. The song Walk Like That with me and Anike that dropped a few months ago. I wrote that verse a year before.
Shout out to Anike.
Shout out to Anike, my girl. I wrote that song. I wrote that verse a year before me and Anike even became friends. And the Lord, because he literally just give me verses and just give me bars and just give me stuff. And I don't never know what it's going to be used for until the time is coming for me to use it. And so I think being in your word, having a real relationship with the Lord is how you can really intertwine, your trap music or whatever it is that you do, whether you do, Christian R&B, whatever. Intertwining that word and your true relationship with God is how you're really going to get the scriptures on the pages and to the people. So I just don't play about my relationship with God, and I make sure I yield to the Holy Spirit every time I'm writing.
Now, see, and I'm glad you said that, because I feel as though being a minister of the gospel, a lot of times we think, or many people will kind of lead you down a path like you can only be around certain groups and people. If you could collaborate with any artist, whether Christian or not, who would it be, and what would the song be about?
Okay, I do Christian and secular. Secular wise, I would go with Lotto. Only reason being because I feel like us two on the track would go crazy. 1, 2, we from the same hood, so I feel like not from the same hood. She from the south side, I'm from the east side, but I mean Atlanta in general.
Okay, got you.
And then I guess my absolute dream collab is Lecrae. And Lecrae is like my big brother. Like we talk every time we see each other. He promoted me and Lee so much on his playlist and stuff like that. And I don't fully know. I will definitely want to catch a vibe in the studio and write in the studio. I don't really have like something that I would absolutely want us to, talk about or whatever. But he is from Atlanta too, so we can do a little Atlanta song.
Indeed. Shout out to Lecrae, of course. Now, as you go back through your music, whether it be something that you're working on currently, previously, what's one lyric you've written that still ministers to you every time you hear it?
Oh, okay. So this one is actually unreleased, so you're gonna get a little exclusive.
Oh, exclusive.
The Lord kind of rebuked me and gave me a bar in the same.
Okay.
And it never leaves my mind. I'm just like, wow, okay. So it was around a time where I just wasn't taking music seriously. Like I just was like, I'm also a full-time lash tech. I just got ordained as a minister. I just came back from discipleship training school. So I got all this stuff going on.
Let's go.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff going on. And I'm very passionate about singleness. I was single for almost 5 years. And so now I have a book out for single women, and I'm just like coaching single women. So I have a lot going on to the point where I kind of put music on the back burner because I never cared to do music.
Okay.
And so the Lord kept on telling me like, okay, it's time for you to take music seriously. I want you to drop a song a year. And I'm like, a song a month. And I was like, okay, normally I would drop a song a year, and the Lord was like, no, I need you to drop a song a month. And so this is the bar that he gave me that was like a rebuke, but like that's kind of hard.
Okay.
It's this song that I'm gonna be releasing in the next. It's probably gonna be dropping like November, but it's called Smoke.
Woo.
And the bar was, I've been double dutching in and out this call like it ain't necessary. And God kept saying that to me. He kept on saying, you double dutching in and out this call like it ain't necessary. And then he just started giving me the rest. So it's like I've been double dutching in and out this car like it ain't necessary. God gave me so much flavor. These boss are Ben and Jerry sleeping on myself, but now I'm up. We call that resurrection. And I'm waiting on somebody to stop me, but that'll never happen. So that whole piece right there, it's like the Lord was rebuking me, but he was also telling me like, it's go time. Like, I don't want you to play with me anymore. So I was like, okay, cool. So that one never leaves my mind.
You were right. You were right. I get it. I hear you loud and clear. Listen, we need that in holy culture. That's all I'm gonna say. When the time comes, we're gonna be ready to play it. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm ready to submit it.
Let's go. Let's go. Listen, now you kind of alluded to something, and I want to jump right there with you. Now, make your pain pay you is such a powerful phrase. Mm-hmm. How did journaling help you turn your pain into purpose?
So as I stated, I was single for almost 5 years in my waiting season, and I was very disobedient in my waiting season. Like, I just kept on dating, and I kept on hearing Lord say, "I don't want you to date," and I'm just like, but I had a boyfriend since I was in elementary school. I never not had a boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, Lord, it's so hard to be by yourself. And so the Lord actually told me to move from the east side. He told me to I moved to East Point. I got my own house, and I just like stuff started happening for me. And I started hearing the Lord say, I really need you to take this season serious of singleness. I need you. And so when I finally decided to, I finally went abstinent. I finally stopped smoking. I finally, like all these different things that I really thought that I couldn't do. I finally stopped doing. But in the process of it, I was up crying. I'm like, Lord, how can people not do this? It was just like a hurting season for me. But once I finally, saw that it was for my good and that the Lord correct those who He love, I'm like, okay, you're doing this because you love me.
Come on.
And so I got content with my singleness, and I was so good too. I feel like I got too good. Like, I started being in love with my house. I didn't want to go nowhere. Like, I started loving being by myself. Like,
I got you.
I couldn't, like, I would be out somewhere, like, I can't wait to go home. Like, I started getting like that. And so the Lord told me, I started writing to my husband in 2020, and the Lord told me, you're going to write a Dear Husband journal for other women. And I'm like, okay, cool. So in 2021, he said, okay, it's time. So I go on Canva. I start putting lines on pages. Dear husband, just lines. Dear husband, just lines. And the Lord's like, that's real cute. But no, I need you to put that pain in the book. Then they can start writing to their husbands. And so I was writing here and writing there, not a lot. And so what the Lord did, this is my first time the Lord ever allowed me to experience pain in order to push out purpose, like you're saying. I started to feel how I felt before I was content. And I was like, Lord, I haven't felt this in a long time. Why am I feeling this? I'm kind of not even stunning man right now. Like, my career is going good. Like, and the Lord was like, because I need you to put it in the book. And maybe if you don't feel it, you won't write it.
Yeah.
And so out of that, produced so many pages of, now they got a page about distractions and how I was allowing men to distract me in my singleness. Now they got the one chapter that took up 3 different sections was breaking up with lust. It took me the practical, spiritual, and demonic side of breaking up with lust. Now you got a page of me teaching you how to allow God to redefine sex now, and just all the different things that I didn't feel like I would have put in there if God had allowed me to experience that again. So when I see women and they tell me like, oh, either I got your book or I'm about to order your book, or do you have some on hand, it's because you have tapped into my ministry enough to know that I experienced this just like you. One thing that I was major on was I didn't want to write my book as a married woman to a single woman. I wanted to write it as a single woman to a single woman, because I know how it felt in my singleness to be getting waiting advice or how to wait well advice from married women when I know you're going home to your husband. You don't know how I feel. You know what I'm saying? And so I made sure that I wrote that in my singleness on purpose. And even when I got married, I didn't change my last name on my book on purpose, because that's who I was when I wrote it. So I'm not changing it.
Go ahead.
But anyway, I know that's a long.
No, you're good. Now,
yeah.
in the process, like, what advice would you give to a woman who's tired of waiting but feels like God keeps saying not yet?
Yeah. So a scripture that I stood on was hope deferred makes the heart sick.
Sick. Yep.
That's the scripture that I stood on every single time I felt my hope being deferred. And I would just say, remember the promise. The Lord is not giving us a desire if He doesn't plan to give it to us. He's not. That's not the God that He is. He said, what? He said, what father would give, if you ask for bread, would give you stones, would give you rocks instead? That's not the father that he is. So you're not having the dreams, the visions, the prophecies, all these things about your husband or your wife for no reason. The Lord he's a good father. And so just hold on to the promise. And, one thing, it's so crazy. I think Stevie Rizzo said this in one of his songs. He said, uh, the hardest part of receiving a blessing is believing it. And the Bible also talks about that too. And so I think that if people don't, like it says, pray and believe that it's yours, and it will be yours. And so I think that you actually have to believe that this is what the Lord has in store for you. And until the time is there, do whatever you need to do for you, like whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing.
It's funny because even the belief component of it, I think if we take it a step further, it's even I thank God for my pastor, my apostle, because he said something that really blew my mind. In the process of believing, it's when you receive it that you take it in. Like you can believe and say, I believe, but when you receive it, it's like it becomes you. And in that process of belief, it's like the manifestation of it, like, okay, I'm walking this thing out now.
Yeah.
And when you're in that process, I can tell you, it's a beautiful thing. Once you receive it, God, it's something like He opens your eyes to see, and you get access to. Okay, this is what I have for you. Now that you receive it, now we can go ahead and cross over.
Now we can move forward. Now that you believe me, now that you trust me, without having to see it, we can move forward.
Yeah. So, do you think healing ever ends, or is it something that we grow? I guess we grow with over time.
Yeah, I think that I don't think nothing ever ends, if I'm honest with you.
Okay.
I don't think learning, I don't think growing, I don't think healing, I don't think we're ever completely done doing a thing. I don't think we're gonna be done doing a thing until Jesus come back. It's just I just personally don't believe that. I think that even the people in our lives, whether it's your pastor, your apostle, your minister, whoever it is, I promise you, if you ask them to this day, they still have blind spots. They still have things that they are currently healing from. And then another reason why I think that too is because one of the fruits of the spirit would be long suffering. If you know what I'm saying, if we didn't have things to go through, and also the fact that people are still hurting us daily. It's still stuff happening daily. It's still unforgiveness happening daily. That we're gonna have to heal from. So no, I don't think that it's ever ending cycle.
In your process, in your journey, what was the most surprising thing you learned about yourself during your season of singleness?
What was say it again?
What was the most surprising thing you learned about yourself during your season of singleness?
It would be that I was prideful.
Okay.
I didn't know that I was prideful because I didn't understand pride, right?
Okay.
I think understanding pride is understanding that even if you're hyper independent, you're in pride.
Go ahead.
And I was very hyper independent. Like I want to do everything by myself. Like I've been a hustler my whole life. I've been working since I was 14. By the time I was 17, I had joined the Army and had 2 other jobs. And I lived a full life very early.
Yeah.
And it taught me to be very hyper independent. If nobody not gonna get it done for me, I will. I like, even growing up, like high school dues and all this stuff. I paid my own dues. I took myself to prom. I won prom queen, did my campaign by myself. Like I was, it's from young. I was like I didn't go to my mom and ask, can you sign me into the Army? I said, sign these papers. I'm going to the Army.
Sign them, yes.
So I feel like I thought that pride was like this high and mighty. It don't always look, pride don't always look like you're high and mighty or arrogant. Pride can look like you just don't depend on nobody else but yourself. When God says that we need people. God, like pride can look like you not wanting to have community, knowing that God says that we need it. So I think that because I didn't fully understand what pride was, I ended up finding out that I was very hyper independent, which is pride.
Okay. Now, before we move out of this, around singleness and healing, what's one thing you used to fear about being alone that now brings you peace and power?
Yeah, I think it goes back to the question that you asked me about. What would I say to a woman that's losing hope? It's a simple fact that I thought I wasn't never going to get married.
Okay.
like I like going through my singleness, I was like, dang, like I'm getting older. I was supposed to be married by 25, like, you know. And I only got married. I got married at 27, so it wasn't even that far off. But it's still like, you know, you have your stuff in your head, like married by 25, kid by 26, like you have your life planned out. And so to be 28 now and just got married and still don't have a kid, like it's just like I started to relinquish my control and relinquish my timeline. And so I would say that too to any woman to like relinquish your timeline to God. Like don't have
relinquish
a
your time.
timeline.
That's a bar. That's a
Yeah,
bar. That's
for
a bar.
real. Like I had to relinquish my timeline. Like, dang, Lord, I really did want to have this by this or do this by this, but I got to give you my timeline because this is not about me.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? If I would have got out of my singleness early, they wouldn't have as I wait. They wouldn't have the, you know, they wouldn't have it.
Right.
So I forget the question, but yeah, that's my answer.
I got you, but and congratulations, of course, you know, on crossing over into the Mrs. Lane. And I'll tell you this: you don't got to rush the process as far as having children. When the time comes, it'll be perfect timing, God's timing.
I receive.
Yeah. You know, so I'm excited for you as far as that's concerned when the time comes. But there's a lot of things that you're doing right now. But I want to kind of go back into, you know, ministry and your mission. Ask you, how did your experience with circuit riders change your your understanding of what it means to live on mission for Christ?
Yeah, circuit riders taught me how to live a life laid down for the gospel. I think before going to CR, I think in this, okay, this part gonna be my opinion, okay, and it's gonna be a little heavy for some people because some people, you know, they just don't believe this, but I think that Black believers in general live a very watered down surface level relationship with Christ. I'm gonna tell you why I say that.
Go ahead.
I talk to my husband about this a lot because it's my heart, right? All of the, I would just say older than us generation, like our parents, right? So I would say 40 to 60, right? 40 to 60. No, 40 actually is a little too young. I'm gonna say like 45, 60, 45 to 60.
Okay.
I would say that generation believes that you can call yourself a Christian but not live the lifestyle. Meaning, as long as you go to church sometimes, as long as you know, I know God or call on God when you need Him and stuff like that. And me personally, I just see it a lot in the Black community. And so, not only was I with Circuit Riders, but they have an entity under them called Black Voices.
Okay.
And with Black Voices, I toured with Black Voices. So basically, going to Circuit Riders is a 6-month program. And for the first 3 months, you move to Huntington Beach, California. You're engulfed in ministry lifestyle, in mission lifestyle. Y'all go evangelize on college campuses. You learn what it is to be free. You learn how to share the gospel. You learn all these different things. And then they put you on a tour. And y'all go to whatever your tour is. My tour is Black Voices. So we went to HBCUs and Black colleges. Shout out Fort City. That's where I got this shirt from. I went to Travis Green Church when we was on tour.
Okay.
But it taught Black people, Black students, young Black adults to be empowered into their purpose with God. And I feel like if we get them that young, I would love to get them younger because I would have loved to be younger. But I feel like if we get them that young, we won't continue that surface level, you know, mediocre, very just getting into heaven by the skin of your teeth type of relationship. Because what I'm interested in is, how does my house look in heaven?
Come on.
Okay, I ain't just trying to get in and have a little bando. Like, I'm trying to get in. I want my mansion to look okay. Like, that's what I'm talking about.
I love it.
So,
I love it.
I'm telling you, like, they really taught me how to live a life laid down for the gospel. They really taught me what it means to, like, because on these tours, you know, we don't always know what we're sleeping at night. You know what I'm saying? And so it just really taught me how to live like Jesus. It taught me how to remove offense and not let stuff fester in my heart. And yeah, it taught me so much. I wouldn't be the believer that I am today without the ministry of Circuit Riders and Black Voices. 100%.
What's one hard truth God revealed to you while you were on the mission field that you still carry today?
I think that it would be like a little bit intertwined with what I just said. You know, a lot of people don't know that less than 1% of missionaries are Black.
Okay.
less than 1%.
Okay.
So to know that there's not a lot of people out there like me that's spreading the gospel,
okay.
like that taught me like, so let me say this one thing that I learned that just like really opened my eyes. Everybody always read in Matthew 28:19 how it talks about go and make disciples and baptize them and da. But it doesn't just say go, it says as you go.
As you go.
And as you go means whether you're at the grocery store, whether you're at the gas station, whether you're on campus, wherever, as you do life, as you go through life, you are spreading the gospel. And so now I can be somewhere and the Lord be like, go pray for that girl. And I'm yielding to the Holy Spirit. Like, hey, I'm so sorry. I don't know what you're going through. Tears. Like they needed to talk to somebody, or they just need to be aware of something, or they just didn't know. And so I also seen my gift of prophecy heighten while I was on that tour too. So hearing the Lord so clearly just like showed me his power on a whole different level. Like the words of knowledge and prophecies that the Lord was using me for, I was just like, I didn't even know that I had these gifts. And so, yeah, those are some things that was heightened on my tour, like being there that won't ever leave now.
And it goes into being obedient. So let me ask you this. In what ways has your obedience in ministry challenged your identity as an entrepreneur or artist?
So when you go to Circuit Riders, you have to pay for your tuition.
Okay.
And I've never been a beggar. I've never been a person that had to fundraise. I've never been a person that had to have. I told you I was hyper independent. I had 3 jobs. By the time I was 17, I wasn't playing around. Like I was going to have money. And so I think having to, it humbled me having to ask and fundraise on social media.
Okay.
And so that was a whole other level of pride. Like, dang, I'm so prideful. I don't even want to ask people to help. And so, long story short, the tuition was $3,500 and it had to be paid by a certain date.
Okay.
I had procrastinated on fundraising so much because I did not want to go online and ask for money. Like, I did not want to do that. I did not but that's how missionaries live. Like they live, based off of donations and off of giving and stuff. And so the Lord literally woke me up one morning. He said, at this time, I want you to post your whole spiel that you made about you going to Circuit Riders and everything like that. It was 11 a.m. I think it was like a Saturday. I posted. Within like 10 minutes of it being posted, one person paid the entire balance. The entire. I had to double look because I thought it said $3.50. And I was like, no, that's $3,500. Like they paid the whole thing.
Yeah.
And that just changed me. Like when the Lord is telling you to do something, he's going to make sure it gets done. Like, and that's when I knew God was telling me to go to CR, but that just made it so real. Like, oh, he really wants me there. So I think humbling myself and not being afraid to ask was just one of the characteristics that I got from even before I got there. So even as an entrepreneur, even as in music now, I'm not afraid to ask questions. Like I spend time with Anika and her husband a lot.
Okay.
Me and my husband, we go over there and they teach us like, hey, this how you do this and make sure that you do this. Like we go over there and we notes. Like, so I'm just not afraid to ask questions no more and not feel like I'm just like a problem. Now I live by the worst they can say is no.
Right.
The worst they can say is no. Like, okay, they say no, God, if somebody else God want to help or whatever. So yeah, that's one of the things that it definitely helped as an artist for sure.
I love hearing that from you because I just spoke with 1K Few in another interview not too long ago, and we were talking about, and it's a common thing that I've been hearing a lot as of late, and it's kind of refreshing, but also breaks my heart a little bit when it gets to when you said you go over to Nika's house and you all like the relationship, the fellowship. Do you feel as though that component with NCHH is missing?
So this is what I think. I think that, and it's so crazy because me and Big Breeze was just talking about this and how we want to do this. We
Shout out to Big Breeze.
Yeah,
indeed.
My brother. Yes. We want to start getting Christian hip hop artists together and just come together and pray. But I do feel like that's missing. I feel like us coming together in agreement for our generation and for the nations and all the different things, even to push our music, even to come together and say, hey, you about to drop an album? Oh, you want to, let's have a prayer session over your album to pray that it reaches millions and to pray that it reaches whoever it's supposed to reach or whatever. I definitely think it could be more of that. But I'm going to say this. The Lord has favored and graced me so much when it came to this industry because I have not had like a bad run in with nobody.
Got you.
I got real friends in this industry. You know what I'm saying? And so to just be able to get on the phone and call them and talk to them and ask questions and pick their brain because they've been doing this for way longer than me, I have been favored and graced to be able to do that. So, you know, the two I got male and female. That's all. They both like they took me under their wing when they met me, and that was Big Breeze and Anike, and those are my dogs to this day. So yeah.
Shout out to both of them. But it's funny. I said 1K Few, but I spoke to Big Breeze as well, and it's the same thing he said that you just talked about as far as just that component. And I truly believe, as you said in the beginning, there's an era that we're in where CHH is soaring, and I believe that it could really set it into another stratosphere if we can build those relationships across the board. Because I hate hearing, especially when those are coming up and it's like, oh, well, I get people that reach out that just want to do a record, but we don't want to build relationship.
Yes. I think that is so important. But, you know, it's so crazy. It's certain people who won't do a record with you until they build a relationship with you. And I think that is so smart, too, because it's like, you want to know the spirit behind the music that you're about to put out. And so, yeah, I love that.
Amen. Amen. Listen, now, what's one prayer you prayed during your season of hyper independence that God answered in an unexpected way?
Okay. So, I've been asking the Lord for a while now for management.
Okay.
But for a minute, I was just trying to do it myself. Like, Lord, I just been running stuff myself, doing everything myself, and I'm like, Lord, I need a mentor, I need management, whatever. You know, forget this hyper independent junk. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I need help. I can do the music, I can put it out, but how do I push it? How do I make it go? You know, and so this is very unexpected. So, so you know Dre from Reach, right?
Yeah, indeed.
So Dre. Me and my husband are very close with Dre and Lee. And so, Dre, he loves my husband. Him and my husband chop it up a lot. Like, they talk a lot. And we just did an interview with Portia, on our radio show. We did an interview with Portia and Anike for their project that's about to drop. And, Dre came with them, and Dre ended up pulling my husband to the side and was just telling him, like, you know, I don't know if you noticed or not, but behind Lee, like, he was talking about behind me. It's so many leads in this industry.
Yeah. I was gonna get to that too, but yep.
He was like, you know, behind Lee, you move like a manager. I don't know if you know that, but you move like a manager. And he like, my husband like, really? He like, yeah. He was like, you setting up all these meetings with Anike and Darius. Y'all sit down, having these conversations. People and talking to people and all these different type of things. Like, you always making sure your wife, you know, has what she needs. So Dre told him, hey, I would love to every 2 weeks sit down with you, give you a list of stuff to do and get in order for her, you know, to start preparing you to be her manager, stuff like that. And of course, my husband asked him too, like, you know, would you mind helping me do that, whatever. And, you know, so now my husband is basically being built up to be my manager. And that was so unexpected for me because if it was up to me, I wouldn't have had it that way. Like, I would just like, no, babe, because my husband has a Christian clothing brand. And so I was like, no, you got your own thing going on. You know, I'm having my own thing going on. Like, you know, it's cool. And so he answered that prayer through my husband. And even though he's still in the learning process and he's still, you know, getting stuff together or whatever, I just never would expect that my husband would be the one that's like even trying to be developed to manage me.
See, and to be honest, I think I don't even need to go any further with anything additional because I feel like just listening to what you stated from the beginning in regards to, you know, going from singleness to now saying, okay, my husband is in the process of, he's learning and growing as far as being manager. I think it just tells me again how dope God is because of the simple fact that you had that season of your life in singleness to now you're flowing with your helpmate. And it's almost like, okay, God, you knew this all along. And I was doing what I was doing. I'm over here having a fit. I'm falling out, got my little plan. I'm putting the cart before the horse and I'm doing all these different things. Next thing you know, you kind of sitting over on the side like, well, I'm going to wait. I'm gonna wait for you. Once you chill, let me take full control. Let me show you what I got for you. And to
Every
hear you
time. It's
say that,
always like that.
man, come on now. And I think that's a beautiful story. And within the process of how you're reaching, young women, I think it's dope to even hear that when your husband gets involved, how you all will attack ministry together, because he
Yeah.
has a story too. And I think when you see two of you working together, unified as one, man, the future is
And
bright.
our purposes just complement each other so well. Like
Yes.
my husband, he graduated from Lane College with a degree in mass communications, and
Okay.
he also went to Georgia Film Academy.
Okay.
So he know how to record me. He know how to put content together. He know how to edit stuff. On top of all of that,
Yeah.
Some of the shows that I have, they always be like, "Oh yeah, and you have a vendor table." My husband has a clothing brand.
Yeah.
So you tell me I get paid for the show, and he get like double payment in one night?
Let's
Like, oh yeah.
go.
So it's
Man,
always like that.
listen, God's dope. God is dope. That's all
Yeah.
I can say. That's all I can say. But listen, I can tell you that it was an honor and privilege to speak with you today. I already knew, from the first time I heard the record, and I heard the songs, and I'm like, yo, she's dope. I was talking to my big bro Trig, of course, El Presidente with Holy Culture Radio and Records. And I said, man, she a problem. And this was before the whole, the Reach Summer Playlist 25. But when that happened and we started to hear the song, and I'm like, yo, okay, let me know when the time comes. And of course, it came across my desk like, okay, you got an opportunity. I said, this is dope. This is dope.
Yeah.
I'm honored to be able to speak with you at this time. I'm proud of you as an OG, as a big bro that has kind of watched how things have shifted in CHH, and the fact that you've identified areas in which we can grow even more. Continue to do what you do. We are proud of you. We are supporting you. We're pushing you. Of course, I'm gonna play the record. I'm gonna shout you out, but keep doing what you do. Shout out to the king, your husband.
Yes.
Y'all continue to do it and show what kingdom marriages look like.
Absolutely.
And then when the future comes with child or children, we're gonna still be shouting y'all out at that time as well.
Thank you so much. This has been such an authentic, raw, I can be myself type of interview. So I really, really appreciate that. I think another interview I had that was like this was at the Fix. I love the energy that y'all bring as far
DJ
as
Focus, that's my big bro. Listen,
yes,
Dice
the energy
Gamble,
that
shout
y'all
out to
bring.
family. Listen,
It's so it's so raw, it's so relatable. Y'all gonna ask me real questions, like all the different things. So no, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much for even having me. Thank you for even thinking that it's an honor to have me.
It is.
Okay,
Because listen,
really
I'm OG, but I recognize that we're better together.
yes.
Even though I ain't gonna sit up and say people the OGs are passing the torch. We may have a little flicker left. Let us have our little flicker. But as you continue to move forward, we grow together. As long as we're still here living and breathing, it's better to continue to support, it's continue to push, to impart, pour into each other, because we're stronger, that much stronger together. And I love when we unify. That means the world to me. Yeah. So when I see the OGs and the youngins, we all coming together, and it's like, okay, what's it about these people over here? They want to learn about this Jesus that we talk about. And I love that for us.
Absolutely. Yes.
All
Thank
right.
you so much. It
Very
was an
welcome.
honor, pleasure.
Listen, we look forward to hearing more from you. And thank you so much for being a part of the What It Is, What It Be's Like radio show. For everybody watching, go support, go support, go support. Go follow Queen Lee on everything. Grab everything you can. Grab the merch, because listen, that supports the family.
Yes, okay.
And I'm about family. But we'll catch you on the side. So What It Is, What It Be's Like radio show. Slim Sizzle out.